This is Deborah. An autism diagnosis later in life helped her understand a pattern of abuse in her relationships.
I always knew I was different. I took it to be some kind of intrinsic naivety. I never seemed to get it right.
Deborah was abused by members of her family from an early age, physical and emotional abuse.
I didn't realise I was being abused because all I ever learned was that it was my fault. I had some dark fault inside me where I was always getting it wrong.
Abuse and isolation continued into her romantic relationships, but she thought it was normal.
Because I came from a family background where it was all my fault, that was believable to me.
Deborah eventually found support and was diagnosed with complex PTSD. Getting help for that came with a surprising revelation.
It wasn't after some careful work with this clinical psychologist that she broke it to me gently, said, "You do realise you're autistic." I had no idea.
Her diagnosis helped her understand that she wasn't broken and the abuse she experienced was not her fault.
If I'd been diagnosed earlier, I would have recognised what my intimate partners were doing, that they were exploiting my vulnerability, and I wouldn't have stood for it.
Recent studies estimate 9 out of 10 autistic women have experienced sexual violence, and about 60% have experienced physical violence. Autistic girls are also more likely to be abused than their peers. For around 1 in 5, there's been physical and/or sexual violence. The number of non-verbal autistic people who are abused is believed to be even higher, but it is rarely reported. Advocates want society to know it's happening and for support services to have a greater understanding of autism.
Autistic people, you don't have the social networks that other people have, so you don't have a friend saying, "Oh, come on, you don't have to put up with this," because nobody knows. For some people, they manage to get support, but it's knowing how to get it, which most people don't know.
Geraldine says there are simple things people can do to support autistic women in abusive relationships.
Dad told, if you were a better wife, this wouldn't happen.
Being able to say to the woman, this isn't acceptable, nobody has to live like this, and being very straightforward, not hinting, because we often don't take hints.
Allow more opportunities for diagnosis. That means we're going to have more people.
The justice system, the health system, the child protection system, education and employment. The leaders in that area are only beginning to understand that autism requires some very different thinking.
Deborah now regularly connects with a support group of autistic women. They have similar stories to hers.
It's absolutely essential because in an autism peer group, that's the only place we're safe to be ourselves.
A lot of the girls attended diverse people spoke about having experiences of violence.
It's always helpful to realise you're not on your own.
Here.
She has a better understanding of herself and her needs and feels like she can now live her life to the fullest.
To realise now that it's never too late, that is absolutely wonderful.